And we are live. Hello everybody, how are we doing? Has been a little while. Hope you're all doing well. First off, we'd just like to say I apologise for both the echo in here and my voice. I am unfortunately sick at the moment, so I have that to contend with at the moment. And the fact that there also might be a slight echo in the room that I'm in. Main reason for that is because I am in a room where the only piece of furniture in it is my desk where I'm painting on. So at the moment it might be a little bit echoey, so I do apologise if my voice sounds particularly strange today. As you can see from the title of the stream, I am painting the Riders of Rohan for you guys today. I have 6 to paint in total, starting with this gentleman here. I've sprayed them all using Wraithbone, just because I know I'm going to be doing them in a selection of different colours, but I didn't know what colours I want to kind of use first and foremost, so I just wanted to make sure they were all on a light enough base, all the colours would shine through best. So I'll grab my reference photo up real quick. I hope everybody has been doing okay. Grace Lair, good evening. Hello Gray, how are you doing? So for reference, just move this guy out of the way for a moment. This is just I found like the first photo I saw of them. This is the general idea of what I'm going with. So just typical Rohan colours, the browns, the greens, the reds, gold. Very typical Rohan, but we love it nonetheless. But yeah, I'm able to stream today because the wee one is at his grandparents for a few more hours. Very graciously, they've taken him for a few hours so I can have some time to stream and some time to myself today, which has actually been, as I said, very much needed because I am unfortunately sick today. And yeah, being sick and taking care of a baby is not for the weak. I'm good just sitting down for the dinner. Ooh, what are you having for dinner? Yeah, like being sick and sitting down for dinner is not for the weak. I've already quickly figured that out. Because while he's got all the energy in the world to scream at me, I do not have the energy to contend with it today. So, in a way, I'm grateful that he went to his grandparents to give me a little bit of time to just kind of recoup. I'm starting off with some lead belcher today. Pork and apple sausages, mashed peas and Yorkshire puddings. Classic, you can't beat that. Sounds delicious. Just grabbing my preferred brush real quick. Currently have my window open, but I have just heard next door's children come outside. So if they start yelling, I may get up and just quickly shut that window. But we shall wait and see. It's the only thing about this room, it is very warm. One of the perks of painting in this room, however. You in a new room? I am indeed in a new room. Right now, this is technically the baby's room because we are still not done like decorating it. So we've moved the desk temporarily into his room. And then as soon as his room's done, we'll move the desk out of this room into our guest bedroom. That has a lot of furniture in it, so my voice won't be as echoey. But right now, this is the only item of furniture in this room because the wall still needs to be finished off in here. So there's no point in moving furniture in when the wall still needs finishing. So, but as soon as we kind of are done with this room, the desk can move into another room. Yeah, I think I'm going to shut that window. Give me 1 second. Yeah, I am in a new room, sorry. Window is now shut. I am indeed in a new room, but it will be moving again into a different room that has more furniture in the next few weeks or so. But it's quieted up upstairs anyway. And this way then it means when Mr. Nerd is back, it means that he can have the entirety of downstairs. So if the wee one needs like another bottle or something, he has access to the kitchen then, as well as the living room and all that space downstairs. Like before, I was just painting a table in our dining area, whereas up here I can kind of shut myself into a room and have it be just me and you guys whilst I stream. It's nice having a dedicated space. Yeah, that's what we're hoping to actually achieve. So even though technically the stream room will technically also be our guest bedroom when I'm done. Obviously, like when we have guests here anyway, we don't tend to stream because obviously we have guests and we're entertaining. So, and we don't have guests here that often. So 90% of the time, it will be just a streaming space. So it will be pretty dedicated to just this. So that does make it a lot nicer. But yeah, it's been like a very, very busy couple of weeks. The last time I tried to stream, the little man was having absolutely none of it, so we kind of had to make the sacrifice at that point and just say it's not worth it and just focus on trying to keep him settled. Because He's getting better, a lot better, but he is still not great when it comes to being separated from me. So that's something we're trying to work on so that I can then obviously stream more regularly for you guys. But hopefully once he gets into like an established routine of sleeping, I can hopefully then get him settled down before a stream, and he should then hopefully stay asleep for the majority of the stream, if not all of it. And then hopefully Mr. Nerd only has to settle him or soothe him for half hour of it, maybe max. So it'll make things a lot easier when he's a bit more an established routine. I'm going to go in with a little bit of Retributor Armor now. I'm going to do the exact same thing I did on Theoden, which I've still not finished, so I need to finish most of these. And just use some of it to just paint some of the chainmail. I'm going to do that for the riders as well, because I liked the way it looked. How's the weather been for you, Gray? We officially hit 21 degrees yesterday. Only happened yesterday, of course, and then today it's gone back to being rainy, as usual, in the UK. But we did in fact have a day of sun yesterday. Rare, in spring as well. We hit 18 and then it went back to being, it hit 21 degrees yesterday. But I prefer the colder personally. I'm a cold weather girl personally. I like my jumpers, I like my comfy clothes, I like being able to kind of relax. But based off yesterday, it appears my son is a sun baby. He seems to really like the sun. So, because I took him out yesterday, met with mum, I socialised. Made it with a mum friend, and we went out for a little walk around the park. And normally, because he's like I said before, he's a Velcro baby, he loves to be baby worn, loves to be physically on me. And when we were out yesterday, he was having none of it. He wanted to be in the pram the entire time, and I was like, oh, it's a nice change, I will take that, because he's getting to be quite large. He's a very big boy. One of the mums was like, oh, is he 6 months? No, he's only 3.5. He's very much still a baby. I was like, no, he's just a very big baby. Oh, I'm diabetic. We retain heat more than others, so I literally begin to melt when it's hot. That is fair enough, Gray. I completely get why you'd want it to be colder. No, I don't do well in the heat. But in typical fashion, I also have Raynaud's disease, so if I get cold, I go blue. So it's I can't win. I prefer it when it's colder, but my body doesn't like it when it's colder. It's a bit of a lose-lose situation. Going in with that gold still. There are several older women in the office I work in, and they seem to be part lizard. Honestly, sometimes they are, I swear. There's someone I work with, she's always on holiday, and she's like, I need to be somewhere warm. I constantly need to be somewhere warm, otherwise I feel miserable. And I get the fact that winter blues is a thing and people don't really like the winter as much because of that, but constantly needing to be in the sun and constantly needing to be tanned and stuff, I just don't get it. Give your skin a break. Your skin will be fine. You will be fine without one holiday this month. One of them is always going for sunbeds. Oh dear. Yeah. I also know one just like that. I don't get a bit of fairness to her is better than slathering fake tan all over, which personally I'm not a fan of. True. Only negative is obviously the skin cancer side when it comes to all the sunbeds. But yeah, I grew up in the generation where like fake tan was definitely like a big thing. And I tried to do it when I was a teenager just because it was like the thing that everybody seemed to be doing. And I obviously didn't find the one that was right for me because every time I put it on, it just looked orange. Because as we've discussed, I'm a very, very, very fair person. Like, some people can do it and they can do it well, I get it, but I don't know. I haven't mastered it, so it's not something I personally do. And being like English and Irish, my skin doesn't really get that tanned anyway. I get very freckly in the summer, mostly. I always catch the sun on my shoulders first and I just get really, really freckly. One of my exes, who's an Essex girl, insisted upon fake tanning whenever we went out, sitting there doing it for me, wouldn't listen to me when I said it was entirely for her and did nothing for me. Yeah, it's one of those things where I think some people just, you know, I wish they would just admit it's for them. But at the same time, there's nothing wrong with being pale. If you wanna like fake tan, like all power to you. But I also don't think there's anything wrong with just embracing your natural self and just being, if you're pale, being your pale self. If you're tanned, being your tan self. Just being you. Didn't to hit my microphone then, sorry about that. Sorry about your ears. Agreed 100%, but don't make it my fault when I don't like it. Also that, yeah. Like, I'm a big believer in you do what you want for yourself, because it's obviously your body when it comes to stuff like that. But also, if you're doing something just for vanity's sake or whatever reason, you're doing it because you think your partner may like it, like talk to your partner. You might be surprised how much of them actually say no, not really, it's not really something I think about, or no, not really, it's not really something that bothers me. And sometimes that can really take the pressure off. And I think for some people, they just need to hear that, you know, it's not that big of a thing, or it's not as big as they think it is. And being yourself is fine. This is still a lip voucher, by the way. 100%, yeah. Gabby needs to take the meds, absolutely no problem. Move the microphone back a little bit because I keep accidentally knocking it with my brush. I'm going to be going till 8 o'clock tonight, and then I will end the stream. And that gives me a tiny bit more time to myself before Wee Man comes home. Like, I've already had dinner, and I've already had a warm drink, and actually finished it whilst it was still warm. So I've done the two things that are almost impossible most of the time. And now that they're done, I'm like, okay, I just need to relax now. Probably put on some TV that doesn't have anything to do with baby sensory music or nursery rhymes playing in the background. So I can just watch regular TV, maybe, for an hour. I need my brown now. I'm going to go in with some Gortha brown for this. I'm going to just start doing some of this armour, so I'm going to pick some of that out. Just picking out like the main body of his armour here, using that brown. Sorry about that. No need to apologise for that, Gray. You have to take meds. You take meds. It's not that big of a deal to me. Your meds are more important. As I mentioned over in the Discord channel, if anybody here is not in the Discord channel, there's a link to it in the description down below. I wanted to say thank you to everybody who kind of is in the Discord, who is kind of frequently watching our streams, who obviously has realised we're not as active in the streaming side as we normally are. I appreciate your patience with us whilst we kind of navigate this kind of awkward age with our little one, where he's kind of attached to me only and doesn't really want to be around anybody else. So that does make it difficult to stream, but I do appreciate people who are still sticking around and staying loyal to the channel and supporting us, and obviously sharing all their fun work in the Discord, because we love to see your stuff. And we're still pretty active over there, so we'll still interact with you guys over there, even if we're not on live, and obviously we'll still put out videos. But regardless, we appreciate it. We appreciate the patience. So how's the Lords of the Rings selection going? So far, we just have our Rohan and our... I have Rohan and I have Mordor now. Mr. Nerd has Isengard and the Prince Imrahil. So we've both got 2 warbands, a good and an evil one now. 6 pills a day, goodness gracious. But again, if you're diabetic, it's literally life-saving, so you don't really complain, do you? Well, you can complain, obviously. You're the person who has to do it can complain. But life-saving drugs are life-saving drugs. I'm still considering it. No point in asking me, Greg, because you know I'll just play devil's advocate and tell you to do it. If there are 6 of these Riders of Rohan, and I need all 6 for my warband. So I have to paint all 6. By the way, yawning. I have to paint all 6 before Mr. Nerd comes home in 2 weeks' time. So I've got 2 weeks to paint them all, which is perfectly fine. But I have to paint 6 Riders of Rohan, 1 bowman from the Riders from Rohan, just a regular Rohan warrior. I need to finish painting King Theoden. So I've still got a fair bit I need to paint before he comes home. The sensor part of me says no. The other part of me says new shiny project. Indeed. The ADD part, yeah. I completely get that. Ours is like, oh, we don't have any money this month to kind of throw away on stuff. We should be sensible and like reserve it. And then that month, we're like, oh no, we do have a little bit of money. Let's spend it on some more Warhammer. And it's like, oh, okay. But yeah, it's one of those hobbies where the minute you start, it's a little bit addictive. So you end up spending a small fortune. And before you know it, you've spent, well, a small fortune. There's also a new edition in 2 months, give or take. Yeah. It is a expensive thing. It's one of the reasons I enjoyed the earlier Hatchet Mag collections, because it was a set amount each month and I got new plastic fix. Yeah, I think it's a very, very valid point. We've actually just started collecting these Spearhead magazines, which is basically like a subscription you pay for a year. And you get sent a new magazine every single month, and with it comes plastic and your little plastic fix, and throughout it teaches you how to play Spearhead. So we've recently just started with that. So actually a video coming out about that on Saturday. So that'll be Saturday's video. which I'll be sitting down to do tomorrow at some point. The footage is already recorded and stuff. I just need to do the audio for that, luckily. I'll have a little stream as I paint my own. Oh, what are you painting, Bacon Freak? Also, how are you? I look forward to it. The spearhead looks good, but I always have a whole bunch of them, so only some of the premium boxes were appealing. I completely get that. I'm great painting some Angry Boys for my World Eater army, amazing, but it's a good discount to get a bunch of stuff, in my opinion. It absolutely is. Absolutely is. Like, some of these collections, you're coming with like 3 or 4 figures that if you were to buy them on their own would cost you like 50 or 60 quid in some cases. So it's definitely worth the money. It's just, you know, you have to want what's in the magazine or want what's in the box. So it's that kind of side of it. How is your painting going, both of you, Bacon Freak and Grey? Just stretching my back for a second. Slow. Slow is not exactly a bad thing though. Because when you paint things slowly, you take your time. So let's go back in with some Retributor armor. I started a course in software development, so my painting has been minimal. I completely get that. That sounds very, very time consuming and also very complicated, but that's because I'm not very good with anything to do with computers. So I understand why that would take a lot of time and attention. I'm very tired today though. I think I went to bed last night completely fine and I woke up this morning feeling like death. So I was like, oh, typical. The one day where I'm supposed to get like some free time, some time to myself, and I don't feel well. So some little creature has decided to put a spell on me or something and just decide, time off you say? No, you will be poorly the entire time you have off. Ooh. Throwing my paint pots everywhere is not a good idea. Let's get my paints ready for his skin. 3 times a myth it is indeed. So a little bit Acadian flesh tone mixed in with some Kislev flesh. set my day today because I have like the health visitor coming tomorrow. It was like this morning I was working on the short as much as I could that went out today, and then recorded the audio for that as soon as my wee one went to his grandparents. And then I spent like the rest of the afternoon like prepping my script for my Friday video over on my other channel, recording the audio for that, cleaning. And now obviously streaming. So like I said, I've really, as far as like free time, I have like an hour. And that's at the end of this stream, before the wee one comes home, where I'm hoping he'll sleep, because he's been okay at night, like in the, not in the evenings, but at night when it's actually like time to like lay him down to go to bed. He's been okay. But in some cases, he's still been a little bit overstimulated by, you know, whatever events have happened during the day. So if he's had a really active day, then instead of like tiring him out, with him it's the opposite. He seems to like wake up more, and then I end up with a very, very overtired baby, and then me being like teetering on the edge of like, I need to sleep, please. Please just give in. I'm gonna go ahead and paint the horse now. For that, I'm gonna go in with some greys, I think. I just need to pick what grey I want. I think I'm going with Mechanicus standard grey. Did everybody have a nice Easter? Did they get up to much? We didn't really do much on Easter. We just kind of had, obviously because little one is too young, we just had an egg hunt around the house, but not much. Very nice. Yeah, obviously because little one isn't old enough to remember his first Easter really. We had some hours at home, and then we went round to my in-laws for a bit. We had some dinner there, and then we came home. Really didn't do a lot at all. 1 second, just having a drink. So these are quite small figures. There's like a lot going on. They're really, really busy. So I think it's going to take me a while to like paint each individual one. But that is okay. Like I said, I've got 2 weeks to get 6 figures painted. Obviously, things are definitely a lot harder when there is a wee one attached. Just because, although he's started developing this pattern now, every now and then during the day, he'll kind of put himself down for a nap, which is interesting. Like, that's nice, but then I also know in like a couple of weeks' time, he'll go through like his 4-month sleep regression stage and go back to how he was before. So in a way, I'm like taking it whilst I can now. But right now I'm kind of just using that time every time he kind of puts himself down for a nap, because sometimes that nap can only be like 10 minutes. I'll like get up, stretch my legs, maybe have a warm drink or try to. Maybe have like a warm shower, but I don't have to like rush to get out because he's screaming. Has anybody got any plans for this upcoming weekend at all? Evening. Hello, Signed. How are you? We are painting a Rider of Rohan today. Depends entirely on the weather for me. If it's semi-nice, I'll be out in the garden a lot. If not, I'll be studying, painting and playing WoW. I completely get that. Great, sounds like a pretty productive weekend regardless. Nice and chill. I'm good. How are you, Mr. Nerd and Baby Nerd? We're pretty good. Unfortunately, I am sick at the moment, but aside from that, I'm okay. Mr. Nerd's gone back to work, but he is doing alright, or was last time I spoke to him. And Baby Nerd is alright. He's just going through a weird stage at the moment where he's getting, well, he's putting himself down for naps, which is great at times, and I can leave the room when he's napping, if it's just me at home, but if I leave the room when he's napping, when he's left with Mr. Nerd, he seems to sense it and freak out. So, at the moment, we're in a weird stage where we're umming and ahhing as to when I'll be able to stream consistently again. But there will be at least one more stream before Mr. Nerd comes home. But overall, he's actually a really, really happy baby. It looks like the sun came out yesterday and he seems to really, really like the sun, which is nice. Did you have a nice Easter signed? As soon as we are streaming like pretty consistently signed, I promise the first thing I'll be painting is your custom piece. Just because I could do it for a video, but I kind of want to like stream it, ideally. But obviously if that's proving impossible, then I will record it and I'll just like send you the footage obviously first, so you can obviously see the whole thing being done and send you updates along the way. But preferably I prefer to stream it, because then if you want anything added or changed whilst I'm painting, then you can obviously add or correct stuff as I go. But right now it's all just depending on when the little one wants to give me the time to be separated from him long enough to do it. And then I have some Deathwing Knights to paint. I did try getting my hands on a figure for Stender, but like it was sold out within 7 minutes. So unfortunately that went out the window as soon as it sold out, which was instant basically. Doing with some dry bark now. I'm gonna paint the, in fact, do I have some? Yeah, I'm gonna mix some dried bark with a little bit of Doomball Brown, and I'm gonna paint the leather sections on the horse's armor for more of that Rohan-y color. That reddish brown I'm after. So even though I like this color, it's still a bit too reddish on its own for me. So I'd like to mix a tiny bit of a darker brown with her. Which figure for you? It's the Chain Rasps. Then this is the Riders of Rohan, and then for one more about the Stender. We wanted the Defiler. We wanted the Chaos Space Marine. That's what we tried to get our hands on, but it sold out within 7 minutes. So literally, I had it in my basket. I could add in my pay details to purchase it, and by the time I got to pay, it was gone. So sad times. But we tried, regardless. Oh, that big one. Yeah, that big one. 1 second. Oh, that looks so good, the Twilight. It did. It looked really, really cool. I had so many good ideas for it as well. Like, Cinder and I were working together for like a colour scheme and stuff, but I had so many good ideas. And then, literally, I was on there from 1 minute to, well, even before then, it's 115 euros. Yeah, it wasn't cheap. It was like £88, I think, here in the UK. But for the size of the figure, you kind of expect that price point. But it was a beautiful one, and it sold out very, very quickly. I was on the Warhammer website. I'm not entirely sure what pay it was. I think it was roughly around that price market, but I'm not entirely sure now. Yeah, I got that really sad message. When you get to your basket, you get to check out, and it's like, oops, we have not taken your money because there was nothing in your basket. You're like, you mean it's sold out? Thanks. There is some very nice Sylvaneth stuff though. Like Sylvaneth has officially had like a bit of a boost now again. So I did see some really beautiful pieces on there for Sylvaneth. Which is like my OG piece. Like my OG army, the very first one I ever got was Sylvaneth. See if I can find it. So for those who don't know, this is the Defiler. So this is what we tried to get our hands on and couldn't. The Stender, which is so cool. And that one's like £88 on the Warhammer website. And this is something that I want to get for myself, because again, I love my Sylvaneth, who's going to be really, really fun to paint, which is the Grove Guardian, because just look how cool she looks. So that is in the to buy list. It's the Grove Guardian. and then the battle tome that comes with it. Okay, so I just checked my less well-known retailer, and it's sold out everywhere. Yeah, it's gone. Like, it's sold out really quick. It will be coming back, but right now it's currently temporarily out of stock. So thank you for checking anyway, though, Gray. I appreciate that. But yeah. It is definitely like a disappointing one. It was like, oh, so close. So we were in with a tiny bit of Xandru just now and do his hair. It's a very, very popular figure. I understand why. It's very, very cool. Didn't get the mini of the month this month. We ended up being a bit too busy to go into the store. I think I'm going to give the horse matching locks to his rider. Not yet, intend to go this weekend. Yeah, like, I think if it's still available, then great. Like, I went in the other day, and well, the last time they had the mini on the day, it was obviously out, and it was so busy in there. I was like, Jesus, get me out of here. And I had the little one with me as well, so I just kind of asked them if I could take a picture of how it was built, and just took one home with me, and I built it at home, and they're like, yeah, it's absolutely fine. Yeah, I like the grey and blonde colour combination. You know, I've mentioned before about phantom crying, about like hearing my baby without him like actually crying. He's not even in the house and I can hear crying. Because I was just so used to like his little noises that suddenly when they're not there, it like makes me more aware of noises that sound similar. And I can like hear little noises that sound similar to his cry caused by my cats. And I'm like, why is he crying? And I'm like, wait, he's not even here. How can I hear him crying if he's not even here? Strange. Very strange. I'm gonna go back in the small Mechanica standard grey now and do the second coat on the mane of the horse. Not main horse, the main body of the horse, sorry. Something else I need to buy is like I need to get a new chair for up here. Because before, you know, hardwired to hear that stuff. Yes, 100% hardwired to hear it. Like it's instinct. It's obviously the protective thing of like makes you super aware of them, and it's obviously done so you can keep them safe and protected. But it's like he's not even in the home and I can hear him. You can just hear phantom cries and it's like, what is that? Like nothing. Your child is not here. Why are you hearing him cry? In typical fashion though, I also feel like he's hardwired for certain things as well. It's like I'll get up, like I'll sit with him for a bit and like make sure he's in a deep enough sleep, and I'll put him down and he'll stay asleep and I'm like, great, I can now get up and like have some food. And it's like the minute I sit down to eat, he stirs. I'm like, how do you know? Another water break, 1 second. My water's in like a big old plastic bottle, so like I have to mute it every time I drink, so otherwise you'll just hear like the crinkly plastic sound. Has anybody been up to much over the last like couple of weeks then? Obviously since it's been like a while since I last streamed. I know you've obviously got onto your software program Grey sign. Have you been up to much? Mum brain, it's parent brain, yeah. 100%. Just hardwired into it. My water bottle was a pink crystal one from Starbucks. Ooh, very pretty. I 100% need to drink more water, like it's a problem. No, just working. It's been busy bees. We went back down south, saw some family and some friends. We took Wee Man to the aquarium for the first time. That was amazing. He absolutely loved it. Well, he didn't tell us he loved it, but he was very entranced by the jellyfish. Like the jellyfish a lot. And the sharks. Like the sharks and the stingrays and the jellyfish a lot. So the 3 things that he seems to like. And the other day I was like searching through the TV for like something to put on for him because I just needed to put him down for a minute so I could work on some stuff for my video. And I was like, I don't want to put on Baby Sensory again. Like, as much as it's really good for his development with all the lights and the colours and the music, I can't listen to the same nursery rhyme songs over and over again 24/7 because it's going to make me go stir crazy. So I was like, let me look at like child-friendly programs. And he ended up watching something called, sorry, knocking the camera, ended up watching something called Lucas the Spider. And he seems to be entranced by it. Specifically, there's a chameleon in it, and he seems to love that chameleon. So now I'm fairly sure like his first pet that he's going to ask for, it's not going to be like a dog or a cat, he's going to ask for a chameleon. My neighbour's kids have just gone back inside, so I've just opened the window again for a little bit because the only thing about this room is it's very, very hot in here. I'm gonna go with a little bit of Abaddon Black now. My brain is definitely not working at capacity today at all. It's very slow. I'm really hoping I feel better tomorrow though. Because parenting whilst being sick is just not, it's just no joke at all. I think for his, he hasn't really got any green in this guy. This has got like different kind of like capes and stuff. and shawls. But he hasn't got any, so I think I'm going to paint his shield green, like typical Rohan green. One of the perks of being in this room as well is I can like shut my door and keep the cats out, because otherwise they immediately just try to climb all over my desk. And today I can hear them like messing around and stuff outside. I'm a bit like, what kind of mess am I going to leave this room to? Speaking of water, I'm going to get some. Good. Stay hydrated. I feel like I need to put like an aggressive reminder on my phone to be like, drink some water, but like really aggressive. I just don't drink enough water. It is a problem. I'm sure I'd feel a million times better if I drank more. But it's just that thing of like, But it's important, so I definitely should. By the time I finish this bottle though, I will have drank a litre of water today. So it's like my first litre, so I've got one more litre to go. So my plan is to obviously when I finish the stream, fill it up again and try and drink the whole thing before I go to bed tonight. If I can, anyway. Obviously just got to a laid back chill stream. Most of our streams are obviously like this anyway. But if anybody who's watching who isn't already subscribed to the channel is enjoying that kind of thing, then please subscribe to the channel, because when we do stream, this is very much what it's like. We're a very chatty, open community. I love to talk with you guys in the chat, and if you join the Discord, we love to see your work over there. So if you haven't already subscribed to the channel and join the Discord, and if you haven't already liked the video, then please give the stream a like, just to please the algorithm gods and me, please. Thank you. Right, I think I'm gonna move on to the shield next, and then I'll get a smaller brush and go on some of the other details. I'm gonna use some warg flesh as my green. There we go, there's the Rohan green I was missing. Hydration check. I will have some water in a second. Also, the shop had Easter 50% off, amazing. I went into our local shop the other day. I didn't buy one. I definitely need to go back and buy one though, I think. But they're like Easter eggs, like £1.50, like massive Easter eggs, to obviously get rid of the old stock. I definitely think I need to go back and buy some. I feel like I need to have you to be my hydration reminder signed. Just send me a message to hydration check, have you drank anything today? I'm like, no, maybe. I've only got a few more mouthfuls of this bottle to go, and then I've finished my first litre. One moment. First litre has been consumed. I've drank it all now. We only had 1 litre? Yes. I've had 1 litre and a cup of chai tea and a Lucozade drink thing earlier for energy, because I don't feel very well. But that's what I've consumed so far today. But actually, solid water, I've only consumed 1 litre. But I've got 1 more litre to go before bed. Minimum. Yeah, I think considering the fact that obviously little one doesn't really let me drink any hot drinks, I definitely should be drinking more cold drinks. But at work I have a mug that can contain half a litre, and at home I have one that contains 90 mils. It's a very good idea. Like, I have plenty of like mugs and stuff, and bottles for drink. I just don't use them frequently enough. I need to buy one, really, that's plastic and I can like see through it, because most of mine are metal. Obviously metal's obviously better for the environment, but something that having a plastic one where you can actually see how much you've consumed and being able to be like, okay, you've only got like maybe a few more mouthfuls to finish that off. There's something nice about that, where I can then drink it and just be like, okay, nearly drank half a litre, whatever. And kind of give myself the motivation to drink a bit more. Just going back in with some more of that Mechanica Standard Grey, just to kind of paint little areas. That I missed before. They can make fun as much as they like, signed, of you having the biggest bottle at work, but at the end of the day you are the hydrated one and they are not. They're the ones probably complaining all the time that they have headaches. Meanwhile, you are well hydrated, so joke's on them, really. Going back in with my Doombull Brown and dried bark mix. Going back in with some more Gotha Brown now. Mug envy is real, indeed. Yeah, like if I drank more water, I would definitely have less problems than I do. I just don't drink enough. It's entirely self-inflicted. A lot of the headaches and stuff is because I haven't drank enough water. Get really protective of my mug. It's not an office mug, but it's my mug that I bought to the office. I know what you mean. Like, if you leave anything in the office, I'm like, I always, like, some people at work, they bring like their own, like you bring your own cutlery and stuff like that for like eating. But some of them will bring their own mugs and stuff, and then they'll leave them there. and then they get really shocked when people use them. And I'm like, obviously I don't drink from like any of the mugs or anything like that in work, just because I don't feel like the need to drinking like hot drinks or anything like that when I'm in my office. Once the cleaning crew put it in the dishwasher and someone else took it, I went hunting. Absolutely, I would go hunting too. But yeah, I love like the girls at work, they'll leave like their mugs there, like their coffee mugs. And then other people use them, and I'm like, this is the reason why I don't drink any of the teas or coffees in this place. Not to mention during my breaks, I don't feel like I have enough time for a warm drink anyway. I deliberately bring my own coffee in a big flask to work, so I don't have to get involved with the who's getting the teas drama. It's a very, very good point, Gray. Very good point indeed. I usually bring my own tea. Yeah. Who's getting the tea? Yeah, I think with me at work, I'll like bring my own form of caffeine, whether or not that's like tea, coffee, energy drink, you know, whatever it is I'm consuming at that moment. And bring it with me. And then I'll bring like a flask or like a bottle of like juice or something like that, or water, depending on what, again, but when I say juice, I mean like water that's got like an electrolyte tablet in it or something like that. Oh yeah, it's your turn to go make the brews, but yes, I don't partake, so I don't get involved. It's a very, very valid point. It's a very good idea as well, Gray. Going back in with some lead belcher now. Yeah, I think it's that typical thing of like the minute you mention to anybody, like, oh, I'm going to make a brew, regardless whether you're at work, at home, wherever, if you mention to somebody you're going to make a brew, and then suddenly like everybody's like, oh, I'll have one, make me one. It's like, no, I don't want to stand there for 10 minutes making everybody a cup of tea. I want to just go make mine and go sit down again. Because at the moment I don't really even bother trying to make myself a hot drink when the wee man's here. I'll make Mr. Nerd as many as he wants throughout the day, I don't mind. But I just don't bother making myself one because I know by the time I actually get around to drinking it's going to be lukewarm or cold, and then I don't really want to drink it, obviously. So rather than just wasting it and constantly reheating it all day, I just don't bother. Going back in with some Xandru just now through the second coat on the horse's tail and mane. Yeah, CBA with it. I don't blame you at all for that, Gray. Like, make your own, bring it with you. Nice, like, thermal flask, you know, it'll stay warm. Don't have to worry about it. Sorted. Doing the second coat of warg flesh now for the green. Give that a second coat. Yeah, I think, to be honest, at the moment, like I said, I only really reserve the days when I'm having like a hot drink. I sometimes try and have one in the morning when the wee one goes down for like his first nap, because that's usually his longest nap of the day. And sometimes I'm successful, sometimes I'm not. So, it really depends. Like I said, I've had my warm drink now. The one drink that I try and drink a day, just one. New riders coming soon. Hi Luca, how are you doing? There are indeed new riders coming soon. Gonna go back in with some retributor armor now for his face armor. So I'm only going for like another 25 minutes or so. Just to give myself that last little bit of me time before the wee one comes home at 9 o'clock. It's coming together rather nicely though. Still retributor armor for this now. We'll get the butt of his sword some gold as well. Yeah, I like that. or the mane on his helmet. I think I'm gonna mix some Xandros with a tiny bit of pallid witch flesh, just to make like a slightly lighter blondie colour, just to differentiate between the helmet and his hair, because his hair's been done with Xandri dust. And I still want it to be in that kind of blondish style, just not the exact same match for his typical Rohanese blonde locks. Better? It's like the palest yellow. And I tend to, whenever I have blonde characters, I use Xandri dust. Right, I'm going to have to dip bath time. No worries, Gray. Thank you for tuning in. Hope you enjoy the rest of your evening. Thank you for streaming and hope you're better. Thank you, Gray. Hopefully it'll just be like a couple of days of feeling a little bit meh and I'll be alright. Fingers crossed. Yeah, bye-bye, Gray. Down the centre of the helmet, I'm going to go back in with that Retributor armour. I need to get some more water signed. If you give me 1 second, I will grab some though, because my throat is dry. So I'm going to quickly grab some more water and I'll be back, guys. 2 seconds. I'm back. I have water. Switch to a glass now, so I can drink it whilst I'm painting rather than having to stop and start. It's 500ml glass, so 2 of those. So I'll have one in the next, I'll drink it over the next 15 minutes just before the stream ends, and I'll have another one before Wee Man gets home, and I'll have my minimum of 2 litres a day. So, thank you, signed. It's definitely coming together quite nicely. Now going back in with Retributor armour, and I'm going to start picking out the details on his shield. Well done, thank you. I do love the colour combination between the wild flesh and the Retributor armour on the shield. Like anything with Rohan colours, these are the 2 that I mixed together. Look how good that looks, that combination of the gold and the wild flesh. It's just such a nice combination. I think I have just enough time to do the straps and the little pack on his side, which I'll do using dried bark. And by that point, the stream will be over and I'll have done the base coat on my first rider. Only like a few more mouthfuls of that glass of water left, and that'll be another 500ml glass done. So, dried bark. Mr. Nerd's favourite thing to say about this, that he picked some up the other day and he called it dried woof. And rather than dried bark, obviously getting the pun. And the shop assistant, like, she laughed a lot. I was like, it's okay, you appreciate like a dad joke. I have a job for you guys in a few days' time on the Discord. Anybody who's on the Discord, if you're not already, please join the Discord down below. And that is on the 17th. It is going to be Mr. Nerd's birthday. So I'll make a post in the Discord on his birthday and just want everybody to spam it as much as possible, wishing him a happy birthday. Because he's not going to be home for it. He's going to be working. So, on his birthday, send as many memes and gifts and all sorts in the Discord. For him to wake up to once he's had his sleep after being at work. So he has like a bunch of memes to wake up to. Don't worry about it. I will put the post out. And I'm sure when I put the post out, it will kind of click in a few people's minds. But we'll just spam it with a lot of love for his birthday. How old is he becoming? He's becoming 33. 33. He's 33 this year. I'm turning 30 at the end of this year. He's a baby, yeah. Like, for him it's nice, I think, to be called a baby. Because just, he's not been called a baby for most things. Like, most people are like, oh. Because, like, I have a lot of friends who are a bit younger than me. some of their age ranges is like, for their partners, it's like the oldest I think is like 26, 27. I'm 29, going into my 30s. So like even me, like I'm older than a lot of these people's boyfriends and obviously older than them. So for missing out, I think it's quite nice for him to be called the baby every now and then. Right, that is where we're gonna leave him tonight. I'm gonna quickly finish the rest of my water. Give me 2 seconds. Second glass, like second 500ml glass. I've got one more left to do, and I've had my 2 litres for the day. But this is where we are at for today's stream. Our base coat on our Rider of Rohan just needs a tiny bit of cleaning up before our next stream. Like I said, I have 6 of these to paint this week. Obviously I need to paint the inside of his underrobes there. Laceration check, I've just finished the bottle, signed. I've just finished it off, I'm way ahead of you this time. So I've finished off that 500ml glass. I'll have another one before the wee one gets home. I'll have my 2 litres. But yeah, this is all base. There's a little bit of cleaning up around the edges and the underside of his chainmail on the horse needs to be painted. But other than that, he's come together pretty well. So in the 2 hours, we've done the base coat on our first rider. I'll paint a few of these off stream during the next 2 weeks, and I will save, I'll probably paint the rest of them off stream if I can. And then I will, for this guy, I will obviously leave him for the stream where we will shade and highlight him on my next stream, which is at some point next week. As soon as I know the date, obviously I'll let you guys know. But thank you everybody for tuning in today. We appreciate it. Thank you for joining me and keeping me company for the last 2 hours. It's been greatly appreciated. Thank you, Sign, for keeping me hydrated. So that's Signed, Gray, Luca, and Bacon, and of course anybody else who has been watching or lurking. We appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. One more time, if you haven't already liked the stream, please like the stream to please the algorithm gods and me, of course. So, and if you haven't already joined the Discord and subscribed to the channel, then please do. I'd love to have you here. Anyway, hope you all have a wonderful rest of your evening or day wherever you are in the world, and we will see you guys next time. So, bye for now, guys.